Welcome back to another episode of Momo Podcast, the podcast that brings you inspiration and motivation and real life strategy that help you level up on your daily life. And today we are going to be talking about one of the most important topic in Nigeria right now. Japa is moving away from Nigeria to another country, the golden ticket to financial success. I go by the name Lobito, aka Mr. Consistency. And in the studio with me, I have a special guest, someone that already have first-hand experience in living abroad, and we are going to dive deep into some question and answer about career opportunities, financial realities. Is moving away from Nigeria to another country, is he really worth it? And if you are planning to book your ticket or you are applying for your visa, I would love you to take a chill pill and watch this episode. Maybe after this episode, you are going to have another meaning about this Japa or not. And let's welcome Mr. Faiche to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me on your program.
All right, sir.
Sir, why do you think so many Nigerians are desperate to leave the country right now, sir?
Yeah, thank you for bringing up this topic.
Yes, sir.
There are so many reasons. We have to be objective about it.
All right, sir.
Because if you look at what is happening in the last, let's say, 5 years,
Well, yeah.
it's quite different from what has been happening over 10 years.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
So people have so many reasons why they want to leave the country.
Yes, sir.
Some might be because of job opportunity.
Mm.
Some might also be because of insecurity,
Yeah.
the Boko Haram,
Yes,
the banditry, what has happened in the last
5
5 years.
Yes, sir.
So it has forced a lot of workforce away from Nigeria, predominantly the youth. The youth, those who have the opportunity to move out en masse. But somebody was telling me recently that it's not only in Nigeria. That Nigeria, we are not the only people who are moving out or migrating to other countries. So if you do comparative analysis, you see that some countries are also moving
to other countries.
So I think mostly the problem is about Africa. So people have reason for moving out. So if I want to personalize it, okay, like I've been traveling since 2004.
Wow.
To UK for holiday, back when I was working with the bank.
Okay.
But when I left bank, when there was no job for like almost 6-7 years, I was doing private businesses, running my private businesses. Later, I came back to bank. So things were very, very tough, but we were managing. We were coping. So we decided to, because of family, because of children, to have a better life. And I and my wife decided to, let's go and have a taste of other land. So as God will have it, we did it 2022. Which is barely over 2 years.
2 years now, sir.
So we traveled.
That's awesome. That's amazing, sir. That's amazing, sir. The next question is Japa really the solution to Nigeria economy and career struggle, or is just an escape plan?
Well, it depends on how you look at it individually. So we have to be objective. Now, when you are facing problem, you want immediate solution to that problem.
Yes, sir.
But that solution might be a short run, might not be at the long run. So at the long run, would that solve your problem? Might be yes, might be no to some people. So that is not the real solution to Nigerian problem. So we need to look at the origin, what has happened maybe from 10, 20 years ago, and have a holistic approach about it to be able to see how to move on. That is not going to be the main solution to Nigerian problem.
Moving to another country.
Yes. Nigerian problem, we should not even overflog it. It has been something Many people have been talking all over and all over again.
Yes, sir.
Insecurity, economic problem,
Definitely.
political instability,
Yes,
and
yes.
so many things. If you look at even the development, the growth, the infrastructure, if we don't have
It's too much.
infrastructure growth, it's just decaying.
Mm,
So many people, for example, now, why are people moving abroad? You want access to good roads,
yes,
electricity,
yes.
and what again? Good health. These are the things that we can easily fix in Nigeria. If you
Nigeria.
have those things here, you don't have business traveling.
Traveling abroad.
So it's not everything's about money.
Mm,
But when you're able to sleep in your house without even closing your door,
that's
you're
peace of
okay.
mind, yeah.
You want to travel from here to maybe Abuja, you have to go and read Psalm, pray before. All those things you don't need it in abroad.
Yes, sir.
So if government can fix those infrastructural deficits here, definitely you don't have any reason. For example, power. When you look at now, we want to do this broadcast, there's no light.
There's no light, yes, sir.
So how do you think people will cope? So ordinary, all these retailers, those people who are selling pure water,
yes,
when they don't have lights, how can they survive?
That's true.
But when you're able to fix lights,
The power supply,
it will solve so many problems. So people have many reasons why they want to move abroad. And all those things, they are not problem. You don't need to pray. You don't need to go to church for you to have those things. But here people will go and spend countless of months on the mountain because they want to water, lights, internet, good roads. It's not too much, and we have resources in abundance.
Yes.
Excess. Like in the UK where I live for now, the climate is not conducive. You can't even dress. This is a winter period. So here, God gave us good weather. So what's our problem that we cannot fix? Roads. After almost 60 years of independence, we cannot fix roads, cannot fix lights, cannot fix our hospitals.
There's not even jobs.
No jobs for the youth.
Exactly.
So you can't really blame people. It's an escape route to some people.
It's an escape route to some people.
But if you plan before you escape, you plan very well, because if you live here, if you not get there, it's another reality. So you need to plan. Maybe when we get there, you need to plan before you Japa.
So the next question is what are the biggest misconceptions people have about moving abroad, relocating abroad?
Yes, many people think when you get there, you pick money on the road. It's impossible. You get the kind of job you want. It's not like that. So if you don't have a support system, people, maybe your family, your friends, that you can depend on for the time being, you'll be regretting why do you make that move? Many people will sell their homes, they will sell their houses, their cars, their everything because they want to. So when you get there, you don't have work. And unlike Nigeria, when you pay your rent for a year,
yes,
you are cool, you are good to go. You can stay in your house for 2-3 months without work.
Yes, sir.
But in Europe, other this Western developed country, it's monthly. So if you don't work, you cannot survive.
Can't survive.
So if you have support system, maybe your in-law, your friends, your family member, your brother, if they give you support,
some accommodation,
you'll be able to cope. Yes, you'll be able to cope. So people made that mistake that when you get there, you pick money. No, and you get a nice job.
There's this, I was at the location. I was hearing one man like this was telling another person, wait, if you also like 20 million or 25 million, within 2 months you're going to get it back. About the UK, if you get to UK, you get it back. If you get to US, within 2 months you see the work.
It's not true. It's not true. In those days, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, things could be more better than now in abroad. What is happening in Nigeria is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. It's all over the world. The scene, the global system is changing. There are economic, political instability all over the world. But it depends on how we are able to manage it.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So All those countries, they are already organized. They have structure.
Yes, sir.
So if Nigerians have structure, maybe legal framework that is stable, political framework that is stable,
Yes, sir.
then we'll be able to manage our economic instability very well.
Oh,
So those countries, they already have those in place.
yes,
So
yes.
they're able to manage their instability
Indeed.
because they have system
Yes, sir.
running.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, many Nigerians, they believe that they will earn more money when they move abroad. What are the hidden financial struggles Nigeria face when they move abroad?
Yeah. No, one of the most important challenges you face getting there, even though when you have all the documents required by governments, immigrations, and the rest of it, where you will need accommodation. Like I said earlier, is one of the biggest, because accommodation over there is monthly.
You say that.
And if you don't have work, how will you? So I told you about support system. Like when I got there, I have families. My in-laws are there waiting for me.
Oh,
My brothers are also there. So I have choices of support system. So I didn't really have problems. So if you are going there, you don't have anybody, you don't have a support system. I have friends, even in America all over, that can support, But if you are going there, you don't have support system. So how will you pay accommodations? Like where I live now, my accommodation is, you'll be talking about £1,250, which is almost over 2 million.
2 million monthly.
So if you are going there for the first time, without enough capital, without enough fund with you, and you don't have support system, people can help you, and you don't have job, it's going to be difficult. So the best thing is for you to, some people secure job ahead, okay? Like people who have COS, this when they have this COS,
what
certificate of sponsorship for job.
Okay.
So when you have it, you are sure that you are getting there, you're getting job.
Okay.
But even at that, to still get accommodation is, they will tell you go and bring reference, So some people can say for 2-3 months, they will be, and imagine if you now go there with your wife and your family. Even though if you have millions, if you don't have job, within a few months, that money will vanish. So you must plan very well. Job, don't play with your job.
Okay.
Then you have people who can support you at least for like first few 1 or 2 months for you to be able to stabilize. But if you don't have that, that is why you hear a lot of people sleeping on the streets.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stories on TikTok.
Yes, now you see people sleeping on it because you can't pay. So you need to plan. And many people make silly mistake. They will sell their property in Nigeria, they will sell their cars, they will sell everything. On getting there, no job, no accommodation. So is it not worse where they are than where they are coming from? So you need to plan. You need to count the cost. You plan, you do your analysis of where you are going to this country, the kind of life you want to live. So if you don't do that, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to survive. So job, accommodations is securing a job and securing accommodation is. So, and over there, you don't discriminate. Any job is job.
Any job is job.
That is unlike here. We have job here. We can create job. We cannot create it. We have job. But people will be sleeping in the morning, 12 o'clock. Cleaner is job. Any job is job. And no discrimination. Any job is job, and they pay you equally.
Oh,
yes. They pay you equally. So any job is job. So you don't feel I'm a cleaner or I'm a carer. Any job is job, because it will pay your bill. Your CEO of your office and your cleaner, you are equal.
Wow.
No discrimination.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
That's amazing.
So government over here needs to think outside the box and restructure the system. Our system is distorted.
It's distorted.
It's highly distorted, yeah.
Sir, what are the most common legal mistakes Nigeria make with visa, residency, and work? permit. What are the mistakes?
Yes, some people think when you have visiting visa, once you're able to leave this shore, get it, that's bad mistake, big mistake. Because with visiting visa, does not, in those days, people get in there and they use Lori to somebody. It's not done. You can't do it. Because everything over there has been computerized. You your BRP.
What's BRP?
The biometric data you have is okay. I don't have my own here, but it's everything is online, so you can't just sign your name. Before, but in those days, one person we can bear many names. You can keep changing names, and with that, then they get work because nobody knows his age, nobody knows. But now you can't do that anymore. So to get job, you need those things. So if you don't have a work permit to work, a visiting visitor will not give you work permit. You are just there for maybe for holiday and come back. But if you have a work permit, you have rights to stay for some specific time period, and work and earn money legally.
What about the residents, the accommodation? What are they?
You have access to get your accommodation. Yes, you get your health, and you have to register with your GP, general medical practitioner. You register with them, and you also get your accommodation. Everything.
That's amazing.
Because you are working.
You are working. Yeah.
But if you are on visiting, the time you can stay is limited. You must not even live there more than 6 months. Yes,
6 months.
6 months. So that is it. And for you to also have your permanent residency, 5 years.
5 years in the max.
Yes, if you have your 5 years, after 5 years you can now apply. So, but if you don't have that, you are coming with visiting visa
and you want to stay.
They take you up, you go for it. You're coming back to Kenya straight. So whoever that want to travel, it's very important to go on a clean slate.
Clean slate.
So that you go there and sleep, work, go back to your home with rest of mind.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, sir. How does your mental health and loneliness affect Nigeria who relocate? And how can they cope?
Yes. When you are in Nigeria, you don't have mental health issue because the communal life. That's how we live here. People, you have friends, your father, your extended family, you born together, you live within the same area, you wouldn't feel it. But going to traveling Japa to abroad, for example, you're living in a place where the next person to you that you know is like 5 hours. And you need to go to work every day. How do you cope? How will you cope? And your next neighbor you don't even know who is living. Nobody, even though you know him, nobody greets you. Everybody. That is walk home, maybe to your religion, church or whatever, and come back. That is round the clock. Eventually, there will be mental health issue. And like here, weekends you go to party.
Yes.
So over there, it's just work. You work, and you get tired at times. And thank God nowadays, because you have your TikTok, that's what keeps you going. So a friend that want to come and greet you at home is already working 24 hours, 16 hours, 8 hours, shift. Shift, morning shift, night shift. It's work now. Monday, Sunday. Over there is 24-hour economy. People work 24 hours. So it depends on how flexible you are able to cope. So Sunday, Saturday, people go to work. So if you are not balanced, if you don't strike balance, it will affect your mental health. Because when you work too much, no time for exercise, no time to relax, no time to see family and friends. Loneliness will come in, especially if you are single, don't have wife, don't have children.
You don't have anybody. Loneliness, you
So
always
it's over there, it's waiting. So, but now you need to keep, someone needs to balance about it. Or else. That is why one of the most lucrative industry is the health sector. You see all their aged ones in the at homes. They keep them in nursing home.
Yes, the aged ones.
Yeah, that's where many people
Work.
Nigerian work.
To avoid the loneliness, the rest.
They don't keep them. Some are in the homes, but some in their private home. But we have nursing home all over.
That's amazing, sir. Thank you very much, sir. What advice would you give a young Nigerians who are considering leaving the country?
Well, it is what they love they should do. But if you have love for your neighbor, love of your country, like Nigeria is struggling now.
Very struggling.
If you go there, you could excel. But at the same time, if you think about where you are coming from, even though you make a lot of money over there, you still come back home and spend it here. So if you have opportunity, have a mindset, even though you are going for a time period,
Okay,
knowing that you want to Japa that to assist your
country,
your fellow human. It's very, very important. Because the biggest mistake we do is that, number one, the colonialism has done a lot of damage to us, because our language, our culture, our food, our cloth, everything is foreign.
Yes.
So that is a big problem. But so when you think back and look at where you are coming from, you are able to look at your grassroots and see what can you even do. So even though you are going, have a time period that this is your plan. You're coming back. But if you are unable to achieve going, even within your locality, think outside the box. Look at what can you do. The whole world is a global village.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to travel all over the world to know what is happening all over the world.
Definitely, sir.
So in any location you are in Nigeria, look at what you can do to make it genuinely, legally, you understand, to support the system.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, what advice, if you had to give a step-by-step guide on making a successful move, what would that be?
Yeah. Personally, I'm not an expert in tourism or immigration, whatever.
Okay.
But what I think I can say is that whoever that want to travel, count the cost, the financial cost, the social cost, the emotional implication of change, because you are already used to this. So if you are moving, you want to change.
Yes.
And the change, they say, is the only constant thing. So if you want to go and do new things, it's like a paradigm shift. You want to go and do things differently, you must count the cost. Look at the financial implications. Do I have enough money? I have a friend that traveled relocated to Canada.
Okay.
But he still works here. But from his salary here, he's the one financing his family over there.
Wow.
Up to now, schooling. So you want to know, are you going there for school or are you going there for job? So you must know what you want to do. You must be able to isolate what you want. What are the financial implications? Are you the kind of person that you don't like to? Are you not sociable? Somebody who would like to be on his own, don't like moving around. So if you don't count the cost, at the end of the day, you begin to see that you've wasted a lot of time and your resources. So know what you want to do. Then look for some consultants who can give you a reliable tips or a reliable steps on how to go about it. Because now, if, for example, you want to travel to United Kingdom for school, now you'll be spending close to 20,000 pounds. Hey! And like 40 million. So if you have 40 million naira, can't you use that 40 million to do something reasonable here? If you know what you want to do. You know? So you must count the cost. So look for an expert that will guide you step by step. And you know that some age, if you are a youth, from 20, 30. But when you're like 50, about traveling. I traveled when I was 50, but because why it was more easy for me, I'm not saying it's easy, but because I have support system.
You said
I have support system, people that helped out, people that can lean upon. So I didn't really feel it. But if you want to travel, you don't have anybody, no brother, no friends,
nobody.
no in-law.
Hey,
You know, you can succeed, but
Yeah.
it might be very tough. The tax system there is serious. Here we don't pay tax. Over there they will tax everything. You understand? So look for an expert that can guide you and know the financial implication before you
go into it.
So with God, or by and large, if you have that kind of money, 40 million, why will you
relocate to another country?
Why?
That's amazing. That's amazing. To round everything up, if you are still having this thought in your mind that I still want to Japa, I feel like I'm going to take this advice. You used to feel like Japa is the golden ticket to financial stability. Just drop your comments. Just drop your answer in the comment section. And don't forget to like,
share, and tell a friend to tell a friend that Mo Podcast is the home of second chances to every youth in Nigeria and beyond. Until the next time, God bless you.
Moonword talk, 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 moonword talk. Yeah, we be the truth, be that light in the dark, let the vibe come through. Growth mindset, mind check. Yeah, we break the mold, had to hustle, build the struggle, turn that pain into gold. Episode done, but the grind don't stop. Straps in, tapping, let's rise to the top.